Hello, welcome back to my channel. My name's Becky and I'm a small artist from the UK. In my last video I talked a little bit about the paper cut and print work that I was doing just after I finished my MA, and I thought this week it would be fun to try and recreate one in my current style. So let's choose a picture. Are purely cut paper. I was kind of in a bit of a mushroom phase during these, but I really like the way they layer up. I love the really simple faces. It's just a lot of fun to try and puzzle them together. I still really like the block colour in them. The faces, I wasn't a big fan of drawing faces still then, but just the simplicity of them gives them a really sort of weird look, almost otherworldly and, I don't know, creepy. I do really like them still. This one feels a little bit more psychedelic than the other one. And then these dots on these mushrooms give it a kind of more sort of maybe 70s album cover look to them. I do really like these, they just don't feel a lot like me anymore. There's another super psychedelic one. I think it's my favourite. I just love that big chunky baby head butterfly thing. I'm not sure what I was trying to say with these, but they were just sort of fun to make and a good experiment with the paper cutting. So these are the pictures I'm going to choose from. These are a set of Alice in Wonderland illustrations that I worked on and I'm still working on, but I thought it would be fun to try and recreate one in my new painterly style. This caterpillar one is my favourite, but I'm going to do the pig and the pepper, I think. As I said, this is from the chapter The Pig and the Pepper. This is where Alice meets the Duchess and the Cheshire Cat for the first time. I knew I wanted to do just a huge, enormous cat. He kind of changes sizes throughout the book, so it was kind of up to interpretation as to how big I wanted to draw him. I still love his face, and that I don't know, there's something about that giant bell, the way I've cut that is just really nice. I'm not a massive fan of the background. I think it's too simple and it doesn't read very well. But Alice I still really love. I just love her face, even though it's more on the simple side. It's got a good expression to it. But let's see if we can improve it. I knew the face was going to be the hardest, so I did some quick sketches on different eyes and facial expressions, and I reworked her position holding the pick. I then took that into Procreate and made a quick little mock-up. I then gave my paper the normal background that I give it, which is sort of this orangey vermilion colour. And whilst that was drying, I printed the mock-up, which I then transferred onto my background with carbon paper. I don't always do this, but I was so conscious of getting her face right that I needed all the help I could get, really. It feels a bit weird. Oh, I said this before, it feels a little bit like cheating, but it's my own picture that I'm tracing, so it's not too bad. So I went in the same way I do with all my pictures. I went in with the gouache, acrylic gouache. I kind of flip between the two. It's just basically which colours I've gone of which. There's no real sort of thought process to it. I wasn't 100% sold on this background as I was painting it, which comes in later because I end up completely starting again. It was just awful. I should have thought at the beginning really to play around with the composition a bit, but I was so focused on just improving Alice that I didn't really think about anything else. I decided to not film myself painting Alice's face. It felt like a lot of pressure that I didn't need. I've only really started painting self-portraits. I haven't painted anyone else's face in this new style before. So yeah, it was just added pressure I didn't want or need at the time. But luckily, I'm really, really pleased with it. She came out super well. And the pig, I really like his face. I don't have a very good history of painting cats. I've literally done about 3 or 4. The first one I did was trying to do my brother's cat, and it was absolutely awful. I don't know, I find something really difficult about them. Dogs I find super easy to paint, but cats, I think it's because their faces are so short. I can't get a lot of detail in them. Yeah, I don't know, I'm just a dog person, I think. I gave the Cheshire Cat this fancy little collar, mainly because the reference photo I used had a cat in one of these collars, and I just thought it looked really cute. And I wanted to kind of break up the black a bit as well, because the black hair, his black hair, it just all seemed a bit sort of voidy, so it needed a bit of pizzazz in the middle. I gave my Alice black hair, mainly because there's no real description of her, so she can kind of look like what you like. I just wanted to step away from the Disney look of her, which is what most people know her as. I've also made her a little bit older. It always used to annoy me at how young she was. That you can only have these kind of magical adventures when you're a tiny child. So I thought to please myself I would make her a little bit older and a little bit more relatable. So this is where it all went downhill. As soon as I started adding these details, which I wasn't sure I wanted to do, but I just sort of did it. I knew I shouldn't have done it, and I regretted it as soon as I started it. They just don't go together. I don't know what it is, because I've used the same materials on his fur as I did the background, but it just looks wrong. This is where I just sat and stared at it for a long time, thinking, what the hell have I done? So I decided the next day to take a little bit of a drastic measure. So once I was absolutely sure that I was doing the right thing, I cut them out and redid the background. As soon as I redid this new background, I knew that this was better. I just left it blank. I didn't do any detail or thing on it, and it is so much better. It is more cohesive to the work I'm doing at the moment, and it's just more me, and I feel so much better now I've done it. So here they are together. I'm not sure if I prefer one or the other. I prefer the background definitely on the painted one, but there's something charming about that face and the printed Cheshire Cat that I still really like, but they both got their good qualities. Let me know which one you prefer and if you think I should carry on redrawing them. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time.